Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, would you look at that? The exact thing that the media told us was a nothing burger was Russian disinformation. The same thing Joe Biden told us, come on man, you can't fall for that man, that's classic Russian disinformation. Turns out to be very real and turns out to be a rabbit hole that keeps getting deeper. At first, Hunter Biden's laptop, the laptop from hell. The story was about Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, being an out-of-control crackhead with all kinds of spicy pictures on his laptop. That was essentially the main story, the main thing that people were focused on. At least that's what the general public was focused on. But of course, the true story, the most important thing has always been the corruption itself, and namely the corruption involving the big guy, Joe Biden, and their influence peddling while Joe Biden was vice president of the United States. Now, initially, it went as deep as a couple emails involving Chinese officials, Russian officials, and one very important phrase, 10% for the big guy, which Tony Bobulinski told us was in fact Joe Biden, and it essentially stopped there. Well folks, it just got a whole lot messier, and I mean messier for the Bidens, as we now have a breaking exclusive story from the National Pulse, involving Hunter Biden with Ukrainian biolabs and biofirms, researchers who are quote, isolating deadly pathogens using funds from Obama's Defense Department. Jen Psaki told us this.
The New York Times has authenticated emails that appear to have come from a laptop abandoned by Hunter Biden in Delaware. The president previously said that the New York Post story about this was a bunch of garbage and that it was a Russian plant. Does he stand by that assessment?
I've pointed the Department of Justice and also to Hunter Biden's representatives. He doesn't work in the government.
Well, it's not relevant because Hunter Biden never worked for the government. Yet Hunter Biden seems to be in the middle once again, acting as an intermediary between the US government and foreign entities. Folks, the rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper to the point where my arm can't even reach down anymore. And the way this whole thing comes full circle is frankly crazy. Let me show you guys what's going on, but of course, before we get into any of it, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share the video as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. And with that out of the way, let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so this story has me asking so many different questions. Exclusive, Hunter Biden biofirm partnered with Ukrainian researchers, quote, isolating deadly pathogens using funds from Obama's Defense Department. The US president's son was instrumental in funding a firm conducting pathogen and anthrax research in Ukrainian biolabs. An investment firm directed by President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, was a leading financial backer of a pandemic tracking and response firm that collaborated on identifying and isolating deadly pathogens in Ukrainian laboratories. Receiving funds from the Obama administration's Department of Defense in the process, the National Pulse can exclusively reveal. Rosemont Seneca Technology Partners, a subsidiary of the Hunter Biden and Christopher Heinz founded Rosemont Capital, counted both Biden and Heinz as managing directors. Heinz is the stepson of former U.S. Secretary of State and current climate czar John Kerry. Among the companies listed on archived versions of the RSTP's portfolio is Biota, an ostensibly San Francisco-based company that purports to detect, track, and analyze emerging infectious diseases. Financial reports reveal that RSTP led the company's first round of funding in 2015, which amounted to $30 million. Former managing director and co-founder of the RSTP, Neil Callahan, a name that also appears many times on Hunter Biden's hard drive, sits on Biota's board of advisors alongside former Clinton official Rob Walker, who discussed, in another unearthed Hunter Biden hard drive email, reaching out to the Obama Department of Defense with regard to Biota. Rob Walker, Biota, DT, an email to John Deloche, Devin Archer, and Hunter Biden, and four more. Is there anyone we can call in DC to get a sense of how legit Biota is viewed within the various government agencies? We want to make sure we thoroughly do our due diligence here, especially as Goldman and now Morgan Stanley will be doing diligence on the fund and Biota towards investing in both. Additionally, who have we introduced them to in DC? Can you please provide a list of various folks within Cornerstone as well as outside the firm where we have made intros? This data will go in our investment memo, which we are trying to complete and get into potential LPs by Tuesday. Will and I met with Nathan on Tuesday and he said that they plan to retain Cornerstone, by the way, which is great news. They have to come around on that front. We are meeting again with them today and tomorrow to discuss terms of the Series A. In July 2021, the National Pulse exclusively revealed the connection between Biota, Hunter Biden, and the pandemic-linked EcoHealth Alliance, which works worked closely with Anthony Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, NIAID, and the notorious Wuhan laboratory. Today, we can exclusively reveal an official connection between the Biden-linked pandemic firm and biological laboratories based in Ukraine. In early March, we revealed how these biolabs were handling especially dangerous pathogens through programs funded by the US government. The potential for such entities to fall into the hands of invading Russian forces has come under hotly disputed scrutiny in recent weeks. Now, there's not some massive smoking gun here that involves Hunter Biden in anything particularly malicious, but once again, questions. Crackhead Hunter Biden seems to be involved in all kinds of government deals, government money, millions upon millions of dollars, and now involved with Ukrainian biolabs, which the media just last week was telling us was fake news. They were telling us it was Russian propaganda, and now he has a connection to EcoHealth Alliance, the entity that has come under major scrutiny involving Anthony Fauci's involvement and some of the research that they've conducted. It's a connection with all of the same figures that we keep seeing. The Bidens, John Kerry, the Clintons, the Obamas, Dr. Fauci, and now Ukraine. And it really makes you question whether any of this stuff has any connection as to what we're seeing happening in Ukraine and why none of it happened under the 4 years of Donald Trump's presidency. More and more connections and alleged corruption seems to be emerging from Hunter Biden's laptop. And the most important thing here is that there's a whole lot of questions that need to be answered. 66% of Americans believe the Hunter Biden laptop story is, quote, important. 66%. And I mean, obviously it's an important story, yet why is the media always so complicit in shutting down any narrative related to the US government, the Bidens, the Clintons, the Obamas, whenever these questions emerge? I mean, 2 weeks ago, the ladies of The View were calling for Tulsi Gabbard to be arrested for the mere mention of biolabs in Ukraine, even though the State Department essentially confirmed it. And now we have confirmation that Hunter Biden, the Bidens, and the Obamas were involved in those exact biolabs that the media is trying to hide. Is that a coincidence? Like I told you guys, in the world of news, in the world of media, in the world of government corruption, there's almost no such thing as a coincidence. Republicans in Congress are now prepared to subpoena Hunter Biden over his international business deals and content found on his laptops, which of course is not enough. What do you think that would amount to? Hunter Biden possibly showing up to a hearing, not really answering any questions. Honestly, what there needs to be is a full-scale investigation, just like there's been into Donald Trump, his organization, and his family over absolutely nothing. There should be a massive full-scale investigation into the Bidens and into the Hunter Biden laptop to get to the bottom of all of this extremely fishy business. I mean, for Pete's sakes, how is crackhead Hunter Biden, after being dishonorably discharged from the media, kicked out for his cocaine use? How does he then become an energy expert on the board of Burisma in Ukraine, making millions of dollars a year, and then I guess a microbiology expert involved in US funding of Ukrainian biolabs? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And the most important question, how is the big guy, Joe Biden, involved in all of this? That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share it as much as possible. We're still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. I'm gonna get back to work though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.